Nintendo wouldn't be Nintendo if they didn't do whatever they want, and to hell with anyone who has a problem with it. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour is exactly the free pack-in game that we would expect the Switch 2 to launch with. Unfortunately, this game was neither free nor a pack-in, and that made the internet keyboard warriors angry. We'll get to that in a bit. Despite the controversy surrounding the game's price, and whether it even counts as a game, I had a very pleasant time with Welcome Tour and quite enjoyed what it had to offer. Welcome Tour introduces the player to a highly polished and visually impressive showcase of the new Switch 2 hardware in the form of an exhibit sort of event. You use your avatar to explore freely a massive recreation of the Switch 2, the Joy-Con 2s, the Joy-Con 2 straps, the Switch 2 Pro controller, the camera, and the Joy-Con 2 wheels. While the visuals may not impress folks who are used to high-end PCs or a PS5 or Series X, this exhibit area rendered in crisp 3D is unlike anything we've seen on a Nintendo platform before. It's really more like a virtual museum than a traditional game, but its main purpose is to teach customers about the Switch 2 hardware, and it goes into a lot of detail about the hardware and design philosophy, and to showcase the system's capabilities and highlight the ways in which it's separate and distinct from the original Switch. The game impressed me the most in its tech demonstrations. These aren't quote-unquote games per se, but, as the name suggests, ways to see the new hardware's capabilities and features highlighted. Players move the Joy-Con 2s in mouse mode, experience detailed HD Rumble 2 effects, and test the 120Hz screen refresh rate. These demos also showcase the Joy-Con 2's magnetic attachment, gyroscope and accelerometer features, tactile feedback, and 3D audio features. One especially cool demo even uses the Joy-Con 2's vibration to replicate classic Mario sounds, highlighting just how advanced the HD Rumble 2 effect is. With around 20 minigames and 14 demos, Welcome Tour mixes increasingly challenging minigames like mini-golf, maze navigation, and frame rate guessing with interactive informational boards to teach you about the system's features and designs and quizzes that follow. Though critics tend to say that the minigames don't offer much replay value, I really enjoyed them as bite-sized tech showcases, and liked being able to learn the hardware design quirks in a relatively fun and interesting way. More than providing a gameplay experience to showcase the new system, the experience is educational and offers insights, that's literally what they call it, insights, into the console's engineering and hardware philosophy. It explains features like the Joy-Con 2's magnetic connection to the system, airflow design in the dock, screen tech, and accessory integration. For Nintendo enthusiasts like me, and folks interested in technology design, it's a fascinating glimpse into the platform's inner workings and upgrades over its predecessor. The system may look extremely similar to the Switch, but Welcome Tour shows that it's a completely different beast under the hood. I personally had a great time with Welcome Tour. I downloaded it, actually I pre-ordered it on Nintendo's website, because I'm a Nintendo shill and will buy almost anything with their logo on it. I dropped $100 for their alarm clock. But I ended up liking this a lot more than I expected. There are a few minigame medals I can't get, because some of them get insanely difficult, but I probably finished 97% of all the content in the game. To me, for the enjoyment I got out of it, it's worth the $10 asking price, although that does seem to be a minority opinion. To be clear, I absolutely think this should have been a free pack-in like Wii Sports was. That said, I don't think $10 is an unreasonable asking price. That's pretty darn cheap for a game, and while it's totally fine if a tech demo crossed with an edutainment game doesn't appeal to you, don't pretend that the amount of content doesn't justify the price just because it's content you don't care for. It's definitely not a game for everyone, but if you are interested in how the Switch 2 works and why it was made that way, and want to see the mouse controls and other features in action, definitely consider checking this out. That said, though, there's no real replay value here, and a lot of the minigames are just different uses of the same features, and those things are important to note. If you're not willing to shell out the $10 for it, no shame, at least find a friend who bought it and hijack their Switch 2 for a few hours to give it a try. It's definitely worth that much time. My rating for Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour on the Switch 2 is a C.